afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. I forgot the memo that we were having a holiday party today here at the station, and everybody's in red.
Oh, that's okay. You still look nice.
Bah humbug.
No, you still look nice. All week. You can wear red all this week.
I guess so.
Yes.
All right, tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
Here's what's making news today. We hear from you about UW and Meritor's decision requiring masks in some situations.
Saying goodbye
to former Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor. I'm Skyler Henry in Washington with a look at the life and legacy of the first woman to sit on the high court.
And Google admits it is stifling competition against its Android app store. It could mean some money coming to consumers.
Well, let's take a look outside. The sun was out today, a little breezy still, but it's getting mild, and then more mild, and then more mild after that. Jacob's in the backyard. A wet Christmas the way it looks.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like we are going to see plenty of rain for Christmas as temperatures could be in the 50s for the holiday. Now, right now, we are still seeing some cold temperatures. Clouds have been increasing throughout the afternoon, and right now we are seeing mostly cloudy skies with a few peaks of sunshine as the sun is beginning to set. Now, the winds have been a bit breezy right now at 10 miles per hour, but the temperatures at the very least are in the 30s for much of our area. Still below freezing in Dane County, and that's the case for a lot of our area, but there are a few locations sitting at above freezing. And during the overnight hours, we're going to see those temperatures a little bit above average for this time of the year. Now, looking at the current wind speeds, and it's funny that I'm showing this graphic because it just felt a little bit of breeze right there. We're seeing wind speeds up to 10, even 17 miles per hour down in Monroe. So there are a few locations that are experiencing some breezy conditions, but the winds are going to improve throughout the night. As we look at cloud cover, we have been seeing increasing cloud cover, and that's going to continue for the most part throughout the night as we're going to see temperatures around 30 for the evening, but with plenty of clouds. As we look at the overnight forecast, low temperatures will be in the middle 20s, which are a bit warmer than the temperatures last night. I'll talk more in detail about the temperatures going forward and track the chances of rainfall for Christmas. All of those details coming up a bit later.
Thanks so much. First at 4, reaction today to the decision by UW Health and Unity Point Health Meritor to bring back masking requirements effective today.
They say they're doing that in response to increases in RSV, flu, and COVID numbers.
Our Catherine Merck has more on what this means about cases in our area from our medical professionals. Catherine?
Hi, Susan and Mark. This is a look at how the Department of Health Services, Hello, everybody.
There we go.
Mike there, sorry. Well, let's take a look at how the Department of Health Services tracks COVID-19 levels in our wastewater. As you can see here, the levels of COVID are trending upward in these more recent months at the end here compared to the summer months, back when Unity Health Point Meritor and UW Health reduced some of their masking rules. As both of these hospital systems shift back to masks being required from patients, staff, and visitors in most spaces, I spoke with some people in Madison about how often they're wearing masks with these viruses spreading. The people I talked to told me whether they wear a mask or not can depend on where they are, how many people they're around, and how likely they are to get sick these days.
Yeah, I wear it anyways, okay? I mean, at my age, I would wear it anyways. It's just the way the world is now. I'm going to start wearing it probably all the time, in the winter especially.
A good amount of people wear masks still, but a lot of people, I think, my age at least, try to just cover up when they're sick, and otherwise they usually don't.
I also reached out to SSM Health to see if the major hospital system would also be bringing back masks throughout the system. They lifted some of their restrictions in March of this year. A spokesperson with SSM Health told me the hospital isn't changing the masking guidelines. However, officials will continue to monitor the situation. Dr. Potoff with UW Health will be joining us live at 4 later in our newscast to further discuss the masking rules.
Catherine, thank you. Vice President Kamala Harris will be kicking off a national tour in the Badger State next month. The Vice President is launching a cross-country reproductive freedoms tour in 2024. It will start in Wisconsin on January 22nd, the 51st anniversary of the Roe v. Wade decision. Harris is redoubling her focus on abortion rights as the election year begins, planning a nationwide series of events as Democrats try to rally voters to give President Joe Biden a second term and regain full control of Congress. And the president will be in Milwaukee tomorrow as the Democrats target the Badger State. He's expected to speak around noontime, and News 3 will have extensive coverage of the presidential visit. Our Shane Hogan reports from Milwaukee on the morning show. Eric Franke, Catherine Merck, and Maddie Heimsch will all be there to cover the president's visit in the afternoon. And led by President Biden and Chief Justice John Roberts, the nation said a final farewell today to Sandra Day O'Connor, the first woman justice on the U.S. Supreme Court.
Skylar Henry has more from the funeral at Washington National Cathedral.
America, America.
The justices of the Supreme Court joined President Biden and the family of Sandra Day O'Connor inside Washington National Cathedral to say a final goodbye to the first woman to sit on the U.S. Supreme Court.
Gracious and wise, civil and principled.
President Joe Biden praised her as a pioneer who broke down barriers
and proved that a woman can not only do anything a man can do, but many times do it a heck of a lot better.
Nominated by President Ronald Reagan in 1981, the moderate conservative from Arizona served more than 2 decades, 12 of them as the only woman, before retiring in 2006.
She was a force of nature. She willed things into action. People had a very hard time saying no to her.
Chief Justice John Roberts recalled her reaction when he was nominated to take her seat, expressing mild disappointment that her replacement was not another woman.
She had nice things to say, but ended by noting that the only problem was I didn't wear a skirt. My initial reaction was, of course, everything's negotiable.
Her biographer shared how happy she was to see 4 women currently serving on the High Court. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Her biographer also noted that O'Connor was the deciding vote in 330 cases, including 2 upholding and affirming Roe v. Wade. But she didn't like being called the swing vote. She said the term sounded fickle.
Israel's defense minister says its troops are working on clearing out Hamas militants from Gaza's north, but that fighting in Gaza's south will persist for months. Israeli forces raided 2 of the last functioning hospitals in Gaza's north in recent days, and warplanes bombarded central and southern Gaza today with strikes that killed at least 45 Palestinians. After meeting with Israeli officials yesterday, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said he was not there to dictate a timeline for the war.
The Pentagon says Houthi rebels in Yemen have launched more than 100 drone and missile attacks on at least 10 merchant ships in the Red Sea. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin met with sailors stationed in Bahrain and thanked them for giving up their holidays in order to carry out their mission. Houthi rebels in Yemen now control the entrance to the Red Sea, and they've launched drone and missile attacks on cargo ships heading to the Suez Canal. About 15% of all global trade goes through that choke point. Now shipping companies are suspending operations in the area, rerouting their ships all the way around Africa, costing time and money.
The Red Sea, which is one of the critical choke points around the world, is being inhibited by the Houthi aggression, and that is going to affect the price of every good, from food to clothes to cars to all kinds of household items, all the way through to our energy supplies.
The Houthis, which are backed by Iran, say they're carrying out the attack in retaliation for Israel's war against Hamas. Yemen has promised to continue the attack until Israel halts the war in Gaza.
A strong earthquake rattled a mountainous region of northwest China overnight. The magnitude 6.2 earthquake struck just before midnight and left residents out of their homes in a below-freezing winter night. 127 people were killed and more than 700 others injured in the region's deadliest quake in 9 years.
Civil rights organizations have filed a lawsuit challenging a new Texas law that would allow police to arrest migrants suspected of crossing the border illegally. As hundreds of immigrants wait to be processed at Eagle Pass, Texas, the lawsuit filed today claims the new law is unconstitutional. It came less than 24 hours after Republican Governor Greg Abbott signed the measure during a ceremony on the U.S. border in Brownsville. But the El Paso District Attorney doesn't believe the law that goes into effect in March will be difficult to enforce.
I have to devote my resources to where we're going to be serving the victims of serious crimes, murders, aggravated assault, domestic violence, DWIs, assault victim family violence cases where we have serious people here in our community being injured.
The lawsuit filed today is from the American Civil Liberties Union, its Texas branch, and the Texas Civil Rights Groups.
Google has agreed to a massive $700 million settlement with U.S. regulators for stifling competition in its Play Store for Android apps. The tech giant reached the deal with attorneys general from all 50 states and the District of Columbia, as well as the territories of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. Under the terms, Google has agreed to compensate consumers that it's accused of overcharging in its Play Store and make it easier for users to download and install apps directly from developers.
The settlement is about bringing fairness and competition back to the marketplace where it didn't previously exist, and it's about giving consumers, you and me and everyday folks throughout California and this country, more options.
The payout applies to those who made purchases through the Google Play Store between August of 2016 and September of 2023. Consumers who are eligible will receive at least $2 automatically via PayPal, Venmo, or another payment method.
A local restaurant is spreading Christmas cheer this holiday season. Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie has gone Whoville for the holidays. For the third year in a row, the restaurant picked a theme to decorate to. Buck and Honey's has a Christmas squad that decorates not only the Sun Prairie location, but all of their other restaurants across the Madison area.
Christmas squad is a real deal, and they do this every year, Josh. Elaine is the leader, but we've got this amazing team behind you. They build different scenes for the holidays. All of our restaurants are decked out. It's really important to us, but the fact that it's done by our team, and it's all volunteers, and they get together, they have a blast.
The decorations will be up through the new year. You can vote for your favorite Whoville home at the Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie this week. They'll be picking a winner on Saturday. Well, it's hard to believe, but Christmas is just days away.
But there's still time to plan a big Christmas meal. Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council joins us next with a couple of great recipes. Stay with us.
NASCAR Cup Series champion Ryan Blaney here. If you come in now, you get 12% off everything for the 12 days of Christmas at Menards.
That's right, we couldn't resist. In honor of number 12's big championship win, we're giving you 12% off everything for the 12 days of Christmas. Thank you, friends, for a great year. And please accept this as our Christmas gift to you. Congratulations, Ryan.
Merry Christmas and enjoy your 12% off everything.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $269 a month. Or get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
There's challenges, and I love overcoming challenges.
When Better Money Habits content first started coming out, it expanded what I could do for Special Olympics athletes with developmental needs.
Thousands of Bank of America employees like Scott spend countless hours volunteering to teach people how to reach their financial goals.
It felt good. It felt like I could take on the whole world.
What would you like the power to do?
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Well, we apparently are not going to see Aaron Rodgers playing for the New York Jets this season. There was a lot of speculation, you might have heard about it, that he would return to action after suffering that torn Achilles tendon during the first game of the season.
But the now 40-year-old quarterback said during his weekly appearance on the Pat McAfee show this afternoon, he's not yet 100% healthy in his recovery and is still a few weeks away. Rodgers said if the Jets had won last Sunday at Miami and remained in the postseason hunt, he, quote, would have pushed as far as he could this week. But the Jets were routed 30-0 and eliminated from playoff competition for the 13th straight year. Maybe next year.
Better luck next year.
Well, the Badger basketball team is ranked 24th in the country, dropping one slot from the week before, despite a dominating performance against Jackson State.
They have one more non-conference game this Friday when Chicago State visits the Kohl Center. Forward Tyler Wall was one of the outstanding performers in the Jackson State game, scoring 14 points, including Wisconsin's first 8 points in the game. It was a performance that impressed even Wall, as he explains during this week's taping of the Wisconsin Huddle.
I feel like I don't think I've ever scored the first 8 points of a game ever in my career, because in high school I played point guard, so it was get the ball moving around. But I mean, the ball just found me in some good spots. I was able to take advantage of it. But yeah, I felt like it was going to be a good night after I seen the first couple go down.
You can see more from the Tyler Wall interview this Friday on the Wisconsin Huddle at 6:30. Well, Americans from coast to coast are gearing up for what could be another record-setting year-end holiday travel season.
AAA is predicting over 115 million people will travel 50 miles or more. The Travel Association says an all-time record of 7.5 million people will fly. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says his agency is working to make sure flights stay on schedule, but that Mother Nature could have other plans.
We may see some bad weather impacting travel around Christmas and New Year's. FAA is working closely with airlines to plan for that possibility. So if you are concerned about weather affecting your travel plans, please remember to check directly with your airline for the most up-to-date information about your flight.
Secretary Buttigieg also announced that so far, 2023 has seen the lowest flight cancellation rates in the last 5 years. The rally continues on Wall Street with the Dow notching its 7th straight record. The blue chip index added another 251 points, closing at 37,557. The NASDAQ gained 98 points. The S&P 500 was up 27. Well, a traditional Christmas dinner for many families means beef is the center of the holiday celebration.
That's right. Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council is here with a great recipe. Hi, Angie. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Happy holidays.
Yeah, to you as well.
It's right around the corner.
It is. But you still have time to prepare this.
You do. And you know what? 70%, a little over 70% of rib roast sales happen right now. Isn't that crazy? Between mid-November and like right after New Year's. So a little less than 2 months. So it's very popular, so it's going to be in the supermarkets, but call ahead. If you got a favorite place where you like to shop, they'll take a little stress off. Call ahead, talk to the meat department personnel, and they can help you out, get it ordered so you can jump in and get it when you're ready. But yeah, this is a boneless ribeye roast.
This is the fancy stuff.
This is prime rib, right?
This is prime rib. So when you go out to eat on Saturday night to your favorite steakhouse, supper club, it's called prime rib. But in the supermarket, this would be labeled a boneless ribeye roast.
Okay.
Or you could get a bone-in rib roast. It's not labeled prime rib.
Okay.
But, and then really all you need to have a successful cooking experience is a pan, a rack, and then an oven-safe meat thermometer. So this is tender, it's the ribeye. So all we're gonna do is cook it. We're not gonna cover it, we're not gonna add any liquid. We do not need to tenderize it.
Wow.
Just need to cook it. 350-degree oven. I like to tell people to set a timer for 20 minutes a pound.
Okay.
So this one's almost 5 pounds, so that'd be hour 40. Quick math. Hour 40 minutes. That's on the light side. Check your thermometer, whatever kind you have, because you don't want to go too far.
Right.
This one here is a nice pink medium rare. So I probably took it out at 135. Let it rest at least a half an hour.
And you have a crust on this.
Yes, so I have, and all it is dried thyme, dried oregano, and steak seasoning. So like
That's
whatever
what
your
we're smelling.
favorite
It smells
steak
really
seasoning is.
good.
But you can definitely use fresh herbs. If you go to beeftips.com, we have a lot of different rubs, sauces, accompaniments. This one actually has a red wine pan sauce recipe to go with it. That you use the drippings out of your pan. And then two, I wanted to show you guys today some short ribs. They're so popular and so trendy right now. And they're a great meal for this time of year. Maybe you're gonna have extended family over the holidays or you need more than one meal. This would be awesome. So I braised them. Now short ribs are a labor of love. I say it takes longer than the ribeye roast. It's gonna take 2 to 3 hours. That real low, slow, moist cooking, but then they just fall off the bone. I'm serving them with some mashed potatoes, but we've got a great recipe. The sauce is actually fresh thyme and port wine based. Can you smell it? It's delicious. Look at
does
that.
smell wonderful.
They're falling apart. So go to beeftips.com for this recipe. It's our beef short ribs with thyme port sauce or gravy. But a really nice, a little more economical beef cut. It does call for 4 pounds. I cut it in half. 4 pounds is a lot of short ribs.
Okay. When you braised it, you mean you just pan-seared it first?
I seared it and then put it in here, and then with all the liquid ingredients, and then put it in the oven like 2 to 2.5 hours.
Okay.
325, 350 degree oven.
Could you slow cook them?
You could. I would sear them first. Take your time, sear them in that hot oil with a little salt and pepper, and then put them in the slow cooker, and they'll be fine. Yeah, they fall apart, and they're so beefy flavor, they're so good.
Whenever I make them, they always fall off the bone completely. Does that mean I'm cooking them too long?
No, I think that's good.
That's good, and then you just scoop the bone.
Yeah.
Can you buy them boneless?
Yes.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, you can buy boneless short ribs. You definitely can.
I don't think I've ever seen those in the store.
Sometimes they're called like a country style rib.
Oh, yeah, that's what they're called.
I got
Yeah, and I think it would work the same. But the key with that long cooking time is to sear them first. That helps keep them juicy.
Okay, good. Good tip.
So then you shouldn't overcook them if you got that nice sear out of them.
And what is a prime rib costing these days? Is it?
So mine, this was on sale for $12.99, but I've seen in Madison for $9.99 a pound.
Oh, that's good. Good to know. All right.
Beeftips.com, recipes. You still have time to get Christmas dinner ready. Or New
Year's Eve. Or tenderloin, we didn't talk about that, but we got those recipes too.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Angie.
Still to come at 4, want to save some money on Christmas? Well, who doesn't?
When we come back, Consumer Reports reveals how buying refurbished gifts for the holidays can impact the environment and your wallet. That's coming up after Jacob's forecast.
At Gruber Law Offices, we know how to win. Real cases, real results. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey, you should try new Robitussin Honey Medi-Soothers for long-lasting cough and sore throat relief. Try new Robitussin lozenges with real medicine and find your voice.
You know, we really need to work on your people skills.
Garage doors always seem to break at the worst time. That's why here at Precision, we're never going to charge you extra for nights and weekends.
We always offer same-day repairs or next-day new doors. That's the Precision promise.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Stella uses AT&T. Abby has Spectrum One. With AT&T, Stella pays $110 a month for her internet and mobile.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Abby gets internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line.
That's a good deal. I know.
Abby saves big, over $75 a month. That's over $900 in savings.
I'm switching to Spectrum.
Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store to get Spectrum One.
You were always so dedicated. We worked hard to build up the shop, save for college and our retirement. But we got there thanks to our advisor and Vanguard. Now I see who all that hard work was for. It was always for you. Seeing you carry on our legacy, I'm so proud.
At Vanguard, you're more than just an investor, you're an owner, setting up the future for the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford SUV and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $3,500 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
What you doing?
I'm locking in my prize picks. It's the best way to win big on fantasy sports.
Yeah, like what? I got you. Oh, a black genie.
You picked 6 right.
You win 25 extra cash.
Prize Picks is matching your first deposit up to $100.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. CeraVe with 3 essential ceramides helps restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture and we can feel it long after. CeraVe moisturizers.
We've successfully represented people injured in truck accidents for more than 35 years. We know what it takes to get the results you deserve. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
Well, take a look at this. A Kentucky family got a holiday surprise after decorating their brand new Christmas tree. They discovered a live baby owl was living in it. The owl was discovered a full 4 days after the fresh cut tree went up. After capturing it, the family said they were able to release it safely into their backyard in a wooded area.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I hope it'll be okay.
He sat there for 4 days.
It was completely content.
Did it eat or drink anything during that time? And can owls survive that long without food and water?
Good question.
I'm guessing they don't have a cat.
Exactly.
Oh,
right. Oh, but yeah, look with the little ears sticking up.
So I hope it's okay.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Warm enough for him, at least.
That's for sure.
Oh yeah, and it's only going to get warmer. Now, it actually has been a little cold the last couple of days, but it's going to be pretty mild by Christmas with plenty of rainfall also. I'll have the details coming up after the break.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This holiday season is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hello, everybody. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know going through Christmas. We are going to see the mild temperatures return tomorrow with highs back in the 40s, and the 40s are going to continue all the way through Christmas and beyond. We do have several chances of rain over the next week as well. The first chance being late Thursday into early Friday, and then we're going to see plenty of rainfall for Christmas Eve and Christmas itself. So here's a look at future track. We aren't going to see anything tomorrow. Actually, we'll see plenty of sunshine with the clouds developing Wednesday night into Thursday. And although we're not expecting a ton of precipitation during the day on Thursday, some light sprinkles are definitely possible, but more consistent rain will move into our area in the later evening and overnight Thursday and continue into early Friday. It does look like the heaviest rain for Thursday night into Friday will be to the south and east of Madison, but our entire area could definitely see some rain during that time frame, and it looks like it will dry out by Friday afternoon, but we are going to remain very cloudy. The cloudy skies are going to continue for Saturday, although Saturday will be fairly dry with only a sprinkle possible, and then we're going to see more consistent rain move back into our area Sunday afternoon. This is Christmas Eve, and it looks like that will continue throughout the night Christmas Eve into the morning on Christmas. So Merry Christmas. We're going to see plenty of rain during the morning. Santa will definitely be flying in some rain as he treks towards southern Wisconsin. As this rain is expected to continue into Christmas afternoon and the day after, it looks like we're going to see some rain as well. Now, it's probably not going to be just completely nonstop. We'll probably see breaks from the rain, but the chance of rain will start Sunday and continue all the way through Tuesday before it looks like it'll break up a little bit, and temperatures will then begin to fall after Tuesday. But looking at the total precipitation over the next week or so, we could see up to an inch, maybe even exceeding an inch of rainfall. So this is going to produce quite a bit of rain for our area. And as far as snowfall goes, temperatures are going to be just a little bit too warm for that to occur. So here's a look at the temperature forecast. Lows tonight will be in the middle 20s, and then highs tomorrow will be back in the lower 40s. Some locations may stay in the upper 30s, but it certainly will be better than today, considering it's not going to be as windy. Now, looking at the 10-day temperature forecast, we're going to be well above average. The average is going to be way down here near 30. We could be seeing high temperatures in the lower 50s for Christmas Eve and Christmas. Now, obviously, when it's raining, it's not ideal to spend time outside, but it's going to be fairly comfortable for the most part, as those temperatures could possibly be close to the record high for Christmas. Now, as we go towards the middle of next week, those temperatures are going to begin to fall a little bit, and we could definitely see some snow, especially on Thursday. But as far as accumulation, it's a bit unclear, and this will obviously be after Christmas, so like we've been saying, the chances of a white Christmas are going to be pretty much zero. And officially, winter starts on Thursday. It's not going to feel like it's, especially by the time we get to Christmas, as those temperatures could get to the 50s, if you could believe it.
Wow, it's hard to believe. It's not a record.
This year, it will be cold. It'll be a colder Halloween than Christmas.
But that's not a record, though. I think Gary said it was 56 was the record.
Yeah, we'll be close.
We get close.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jacob.
Thanks, Jacob.
With the cost of everything on the rise these days, renewed and refurbished items have become a great way to gift with thrift.
Consumer Reports has advice on how to give a refurbished gift that anyone would love to receive. Here's our Shane Hogan.
Nothing beats the surprise of opening the perfect gift, but that gift doesn't have to be brand new. Refurbished electronics are often great choices. They keep slightly older models out of landfills and can save you a lot of money, too.
We found that you can save between 15 and 20%, plus an additional 10% for each year since the product's been released, versus buying new.
So what exactly are you getting when you buy refurbished? A used product that's been fixed up to be as good as new. Keep in mind there's a difference between refurbished and a used item, one you might find on Craigslist, eBay, or elsewhere online. Consumer Reports has some tips on how to find the best refurbished items. Look for a certified reseller, like Sims Lifecycle Service, that's ISO certified, who will replace defective parts with new ones instead of used ones. Or consider buying refurbished directly from manufacturers such as Apple or Samsung. Next, look for a warranty that lasts for at least 30 days in case you run into an issue. eBay certified refurbished products are protected for 2 years. Apple, Bose, Walmart, and Samsung, a full year. Best Buy warranties are good for 90 days. Some credit card companies will extend coverage on refurbished goods too, as long as they come with pre-existing warranty. Make sure you have at least 30 days for returns because it may take time to notice issues with the product. Amazon and Walmart offer a refund or replacement for 90 days if your purchase isn't working as expected. Apple limits you to just 14 days. Since the clock is ticking, you should also open the product as soon as you buy it to make sure it works and has all the accessories before gifting it. This is Shane Hogan.
And again, a credit card company may be able to bail you out if a vendor refuses to accept a return. Well, Dr. Jeff Potoff is up next. The UW's masking requirements will be at the top of our discussions.
And then coming up next hour at 5, political reporter Will Keneally sits down with the minority leader in the state Senate, Democrat Diane Hesselbein, looks at her party's priorities in the coming year. That's coming up at 5.
Are you looking for a pre-owned vehicle that doesn't break the bank? Come visit Stark on the Beltline. We've got Hondas, Subarus, Toyotas, and trucks, and local financing options to help you get the best rates you deserve. Wisconsin's premier pre-owned dealership.
So, change of plans. We'll be spending the holidays at your place.
Oh, yay! Everyone remember what you're supposed to grab?
We're Santa's little helpers. Some might call us elves, but Santa's little helpers is what we call ourselves. We're Santa's little helpers, and if you want to know, there's nowhere else on earth that we would rather go.
Get 12% off all last-minute gifts at Menards.
Season's greetings to you all from Menards.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's connecting you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. It's holding the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and your hospital bills. It's a guarantee that we'll be with you every step of the way and won't accept anything less than the maximum payment you deserve. We'll speak with you for free, and there's no fee until we get results for you. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
There's challenges, and I love overcoming challenges.
When Better Money Habits content first started coming out, it expanded what I could do. For Special Olympics athletes with developmental needs,
thousands of Bank of America employees like Scott spend countless hours volunteering to teach people how to reach their financial goals.
It felt good. It felt like I could take on the whole world.
What would you like the power to do?
We have a variety of quality pre-owned vehicles, including Hondas, Toyotas, Subarus, as well as many other popular brands, right here at Stark on Highway 19, located at 502 West Main Street here in Marshall, Wisconsin's premier pre-owned dealership.
New at 5, News 3 Now sits down with the new state Senate Minority Leader, Diane Hesselbein. We review the past year in politics and find out what to expect in the year ahead.
Mild weather through Friday will turn even milder by the weekend and into the Christmas holiday. There'll be some showers late Thursday night and Friday, and rain is likely Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. At 5, I'll let you know how mild it'll get.
And ahead at 6, mask requirements are back for UW Health and Unity Point Health Mariner. We have insights on this policy from a doctor tonight at 6.
Giving the weather satellite a spin. Look at that. And
Got
in
a
New York
beautiful
City,
shot.
38 degrees. Wow. City of lights.
Oh, bright.
That's Paris. It's a city of something. It's a city that never sleeps. Well, as we mentioned earlier, UW Health and Unity Point Health Mariner are requiring patients and visitors to once again wear a mask.
It is effective starting today. All staff, patients, and visitors are required to wear a mask in exam rooms, waiting areas, and scheduling spaces. It's because of high rates right now of COVID, flu, and RSV.
UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff is back with his weekly segment. Good to see you.
Hi, Dr.
Good to see you guys. How are you?
Pretty good. So is this a surprise that we're masking up again?
No, it really, when we looked at this, it's a matter of time. So, you know, even this spring, we looked back on respiratory season and thought to ourselves, you know, when all these viruses are going around, even before the pandemic, maybe we should have been masked up to keep people safe, keep our staff safe. And now we've been watching the numbers. And over the last couple of weeks, it's pretty certain that we're in respiratory season now. COVID kind of went up first. Now we're seeing influenza, RSV going up. It's in the community. It's all over the place. So to mask in some of our lower risk areas is one meant to keep our patients safe. I think patients absolutely should expect we do everything to keep them safe, but two, to keep our staff safe, both so they have a happy holiday, but also so they're around to take care of everyone who's coming to UW Health to get care.
Do you think levels are getting high enough that other institutions, stores, schools will follow UW Health's lead?
Like maybe. I think healthcare is a little bit different in that the proportion of folks who are vulnerable are probably higher. People come to hospitals and clinics because they're having symptoms, so there's probably greater urgency in those spaces, you know, compared to maybe other public spaces. But not a bad idea to think about potentially masking when we're gathering in somewhat large groups during the height of respiratory season, especially if the people that are going to be there are more at risk, so that we can protect them so they don't get too sick.
And we hear talk of a new strain going around.
Yeah, there's a JN1 strain, which has been around for a while yet, but it's starting to pick up as far as total number of cases. Not seeing a lot of it in Wisconsin yet, but
it's mostly on the northeast.
Northeast of the United States, and then some of the Nordic countries are seeing it. It's got a lot of mutations compared to what we've been seeing recently, but different versions of this strain have been around. They haven't necessarily taken off. They haven't caused more severe disease, so we'd call it a strain of interest right now. Keep an eye on it. We're seeing more cases of it. Is it going to cause more severe disease? Is it going to be a problem? Hard to know for sure right now. I do think it's just one more argument that if you're not up to date or you don't have recent immunity against COVID-19, you know, get it either through a booster or if you had a recent infection, you're probably okay too, but another reason.
The CDC said today that JN1 strain is responsible for about 20% of new infections. And we were just talking about what the difference is between this winter and last winter, and potentially maybe one of the differences that fewer of us are vaccinated this year.
Yeah, or we've had waning immunity. So, you know, last winter wasn't that far away from some of the Omicron surges. So if you chose not to be vaccinated, you had some immunity from your previous infection that you had. You know, we came through this summer with relatively low COVID levels. That means it might have been a year, more than a year, since some people have been exposed to either a vaccine or natural COVID. That puts you at risk of somewhat more severe disease if you happen to run into JN1 or one of these other COVID variants over the holiday.
And the problem with all these respiratory illnesses, they all sort of have the same symptoms.
Yeah. Right.
So you don't know what you have.
No.
Should you test?
I think you should test for COVID because there's therapeutics that we offer to a large proportion of the population that helps prevent severe disease. For things like influenza or RSV, common cold, unless you're having symptoms that are severe enough to land you in the hospital or seek medical care, the treatment is the same. So at that sense, you know, probably not a huge deal to necessarily go and get tested for that. But certainly if you are struggling to breathe or you're getting worse, go to the hospital. We often will test you for those things just because treatment options are different when you get to the more severe levels of those illnesses.
And just the same guidance we've always had about the holidays, right? If you're going to be gathering with friends and family.
Yeah, I think so. You don't want to wash your hands. You want to make sure that you're not coughing on people. And if you're sick, as hard as it is, don't go to Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
See you next week.
See ya.
Thanks, Jeff.
We have the songs of the season coming up next.
We'll hear from the choir at Madison's Good Shepherd Church when Live at 4 continues.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
It's time to light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Get our best offers and choose from a huge selection of Ford F-150 trucks with the capability, convenience, and technology to help bring us together. Wow. Discover how Ford F-150 can make the holidays bright. Now get a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months with $53.49 cash due at signing. See your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Stella uses AT&T. Abby has Spectrum One. With AT&T, Stella pays $110 a month for her internet and mobile.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Abby gets internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line.
That's a good deal. I know.
Abby saves big, over $75 a month. That's over $900 in savings.
I'm switching to Spectrum.
Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store to get Spectrum One.
This time of year, we gather, we celebrate, and we remember the things that matter most. For us, that's you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care, because the way you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
When an appliance you rely on goes kaput, you can count on family-owned Brothers Maine, Southern Wisconsin's local appliance authority since 1938. With thousands of in-stock options, we have the brands you want at the lowest prices guaranteed. Even big box can't beat our prices. Our experienced team of appliance experts will help you make the right selection, and we deliver it fast and free to your home. What you need when you need it. Shop appliances you can bring home today at our Madison and Janesville showrooms. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Here's one final look at your forecast. Temperatures are going to be back in the 40s tomorrow, and that will continue through Christmas and a few days after Christmas. We are going to see a few chances of rain Thursday night into early Friday. There's rain likely, and then again for Christmas Eve and Christmas into Tuesday, Wednesday, and then possibly even Thursday of next week. Although by the time we get to Thursday of next week, we will likely see some snow showers, but at this point accumulation is uncertain. In general, it's going to be a very mild Christmas, but a rainy one at that.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Sleeping cats have emerged in the rice paddies in northern Thailand in recent weeks, spread out over an area of a little less than an acre and a half. The three felines belong to a farmer who used rainbow rice or rice cultivars that have leaves ranging from dark purple to yellow in color. He and around 200 helpers using a drone and GPS drew the cats sleeping and holding a fish on the paddy field. Rice is food and now art.
That's incredible.
It really is.
Wow. Beautiful.
All right, tomorrow here on Live at 4, it's more sounds of we're going to have sounds of the season from the Good Shepherd Lutheran Church.
And Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be here. She'll be answering your plant and garden questions. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $5,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
My name's Paul, and I'm always happy to help you try to find that right garage door for your house.
We had an idea of what we wanted, but when you actually see it, we are just so excited. We love them.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Willie Street Co-op has the perfect gift for every foodie on your list. Our seasonal gifts feature thoughtful selections of great goodies like culinary delights for your favorite gourmand or treats for the sweet tooth in your life and special items for the host with the most. We even have gift ideas for kids. And the best part is every time you purchase one of these seasonal items, you're supporting fair trade, local, and natural vendors. Be an amazing gift giver and do a world of good with Willie Street Co-op this holiday season. Willie Street Co-op. Everyone is welcome.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
Tonight, new on News 3 Now at 5, we sit down with the new Senate Minority Leader, Dianne Hesselbein. We review the past year of local politics and find out what to expect in the new year. That's coming up next on News 3 Now at 5.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays.
Well, all this week we'll be featuring the sounds of the season. Today we hear from the choir at Madison's Good Shepherd Church with their version of the African-American spiritual, Go Tell It on the Mountain.